Hey, what up, guys? Listen, the Phoenix Suns and the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're not going to make the playoffs this season, let alone I don't foresee them in the next falling season. And you do have a franchise player with Phoenix, as in Devin Booker. He's been with them for 5 seasons. They've actually gotten worse every single season on their record, except for this season when they actually have DeAndre Ayton on the team progressing, let alone Ricky Rubio, Dario Saric, Kaminsky, some other veterans to help them out along the way, and Monty Williams as their coach. I still don't foresee them to go to the playoffs next season, depending on any other moves. The Western Conference is loaded, and now we can look into the Minnesota Timberwolves. Same situation. They did make one playoff appearance by bringing in Jimmy Butler, but besides when bringing in Jimmy Butler, they just made it barely by the 8th seed. And with this team, Andrew Wiggins, they finally traded away. They actually brought in D'Angelo Russell to be buddy-buddy alongside with Karl Anthony Towns. And listen, they're not going to make the playoffs this season. I think they're going to run it down next season for those two together to pick up the morale with Karl Anthony Towns. But Cat's been in the league for around 5 seasons or so. We've actually expected him to be more of a franchise player. Usually kind of to resemble like the Oklahoma City Thunder with Wiggins, LaVine, and Cat, but that hasn't been the case. And it looks like they're not going to even make the playoffs next season as well. So I do have a trade proposal. I think this would actually benefit both teams. And if you guys can look at my screen as of right now, here's a 3-team trade that we do have. This is going to incorporate with the Phoenix Suns, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Denver Nuggets. You guys may be thinking, okay, so you're going to give away Karl Anthony Towns, let alone D'Angelo Russell, to the Phoenix Suns? Yes. Now, if you're looking to trade, it's more complicated. 3-team trades, let alone with 4 to 5 different pieces on each side. Just hear me out, and I think this makes sense for all 3 teams here. We're going to focus more on the Suns and Wolves, then we'll jump into the Denver Nuggets. If you're the Suns or the Wolves, you need to make a big move, each team, because you're not going to make the playoffs next season. Cat pretty much is drained from that franchise, let alone he can't wait another 3 seasons to experiment with DLO on that team. And they're not going to get any other free agents, let alone a new coach. And then again with the Suns, you do have DeAndre Ayton and alongside with Devin Booker, but Booker doesn't want to wait 2 to 3 more seasons for DeAndre Ayton to really progress into that all-star, superstar type level player. So big moves need to be made. I know there's been talks and rumors of Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and alongside with Devin Booker wanting to play alongside each other. There have been rumors and reports that Devin Booker was mad that the Phoenix Suns general manager was not pursuing D'Angelo Russell whenever he was on the trading block with the Golden State Warriors. And we've seen the writings on the wall with Devin Booker. I give him realistically another season, maybe in a half season, till he requests a trade. And let's just get a deal done. So if you're the Wolves side of things, you want to blow up the Karl Anthony Towns experiment. He can't be your number 1 guy to let alone consistently make the playoffs and make a championship appearance or championship contention. I know they just got D'Angelo Russell. It's a little awkward, but hey, it is what it is. I think if they'd be able to send Cat and D'Lo over to the Phoenix Suns, this is a plus for the Suns side because they actually got their core 3. They'll be able to keep Devin Booker for the future, and they won't have to bring in any other big all-stars. For the Wolves side, you're going to save a bunch of cap space. You're going to have new blood, new energy, a new direction with your franchise. And as you see with the trade, they'll actually be receiving DeAndre Ayton, Kelly Oubre Jr., and I'm assuming if the Phoenix Suns will get a top 1, top 3 pick, this could range from James Wiseman. Anthony Edwards could be in the mix maybe even later on. LaMelo Ball, who knows what it is. For this example, let's just say it's LaMelo Ball. The Wolves will give away Cat, D'Lo, James Johnson's $16 million big contract over to, and Jake Layman. They'll be giving 3 out of those players to the Phoenix Suns. And in return, the Wolves, they have a new blood, new direction. They're getting DeAndre Ayton, a dynamic center who putting up great stats alongside with Shaq his second year. Kelly Oubre Jr., he's coming off injury, but 24 years of age, a great young small forward. LaMelo Ball, if necessary, we're going to put in this proposal, or maybe it's a top 3 pick, but that is the potential for their team. And on the Denver Nuggets side, they will be getting Michael Porter Jr. and Gary Harris. Now, if you're the Timberwolves right now, I think that's a great exchange. I think they're excited for the future. I think in the next 3 to 4 seasons, they'll be in the playoffs and instant contenders in like 6 seasons from then. But as you see more with the trade bait here, the Phoenix Suns will also be giving away Ricky Rubio, Mikal Bridges, Frank the Tank. They will be including a third team in the Denver Nuggets. So the Nuggets right now, they've been experimenting with Michael Porter Jr. He's not getting that many minutes. He has been injury prone, and there's question marks on him. And with the Nuggets, they're more of a contending team. So they can't really wait on the potential for Michael Porter Jr. I think he'll probably want to get a trade, let alone the Nuggets want to bring in contention, because they're probably going to lose in the first or second round to the Jazz or the Thunder or the Lakers or whoever knows what it is. And they want to give away Gary Harris's kind of big contract for $20 million. So I think if they give away Michael Porter Jr. and Gary Harris, the Nuggets will be able to receive Ricky Rubio. I think he's a perfect point guard for the Nuggets style to play alongside with Jokic. I think they can move Jamal Murray to the 2. You're going to bring in Mikal Bridges, a great young player, Frank the Tank, veteran experience, Jake Layman within that. And I'm actually going to have another second trade here that's going to be able to show the different first round and second round picks when it comes to it. But basically, this is the trade as of right now, the core foundation. I think this fits perfectly well for all 3 teams. The second part of the trade, as you're looking, the Phoenix Suns, since they're getting their core 3, they're going to give away 3 first-round picks for the next 3 seasons. They're not going to need them. They already have their core 3. So 2 of those will go to Minnesota. They're going to get more cap space and let alone flexibility for more draft picks. And then they're going to give a first-round pick to the Denver Nuggets for 2023 and a couple round second-round picks. So overall, I think this is a perfect direction for each 3 of these teams. You could flip it around if you wanted to by trading Devin Booker to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'll probably make another video for that for another day because you do have 1 piece rather than 2. But there's nothing that the Wolves can give up if it's not Karl-Anthony Towns or DLO to get Devin Booker. So I think this is going to be the most realistic out of any 3-team trade that can actually go down. But hey, let me know what you guys think about it. I think this is kind of an out-of-a-box trade scenario, but I think this would be perfect for all 3 teams.